Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another video. Today I thought I'd have a bit of a chat about beauty advent calendars and the calendars which I've not really been interested in purchasing this year. So of course each year more and more beauty advent calendars are released. There are of course all the multi-branded advent calendars which are the same every single year, and there are also individually branded advent calendars as well. But each year more brands are bringing out their very own advent calendars just filled with their own products. So there are so many to choose from. It can be quite difficult when deciding which ones to purchase for myself for an advent calendar and which ones to showcase to you guys, so you get a good idea of what calendars are available and which ones you should have your eye on this year. Now of course I always have my standard go-to calendars which I pick up every single year. So I've got Cult Beauty, Glossybox, Selfridges, Harrods. These are all just no-brainers. I never look at the contents, I know I'm buying them anyway because they're always incredible. The value is always amazing and the product selection is always fab as well. So yeah, those are always ones which I will pick up without even looking at the contents. Also, it's very rainy outside, so if that's what you can hear, if you can hear something, I think it's hailing. But there are some each year which I'll look at and think I'm either not interested in it or there's something about it that just doesn't appeal to me this year. So I did this video last year and highlighted a few calendars which I wasn't going to be picking up, and I thought I'd do it again this year. So the first one this year which I wasn't going to be picking up was the White Company. So I'll pop pictures on the screen as I'm talking so you can see what the calendars are and the contents. I've got my laptop here as well so I can refresh my memory of the contents. So the White Company I picked up for a few years when I started doing advent unboxings. The very first year I picked it up, I think it was like 2020, purely because I'd never tried any of the White Company products. I didn't know any of the scents. So I thought whilst the calendar is expensive, it was a great way to try out quite a few different scents and see which ones I like before just blind buying like a full-size candle. So I really enjoyed that. It was a nice way to try all the different scents. I found a few that I liked. And then again I picked it up for I think the next couple of years after that. I think it was only last year and this year that I haven't picked this one up. Now that is just because I just fancied a break from it. A lot of the products are very similar each year because obviously it's quite limited what they can put in their advent calendars. There's going to be candles, body washes, body lotions, hand washes, room fragrance. It's all the same kind of things. And whilst they do try and mix up the scents, there are a lot of repeats. And yeah, I just fancied not picking it up this year. However, this year's, when I did have a look, they did mix it up a bit more this year than they have done in previous years. So this year they've got a couple of fragrance sticks which haven't appeared in previous calendars. And the full-size candle was Seychelles, which is one of my faves, but I already had it, so I didn't need to get a new one. Now this year as well, the price was £195, which is quite high. It's quite up there when it is just bath and body products. So because I prefer a big mix of skincare, makeup, body care, hair care, just everything, I would rather spend that £195 this year on a different calendar with a bigger mix of products. So that's all. I think it was just a bit of fatigue with this calendar, and yeah, it didn't draw me back in this year. It might draw me back in next year, but we will see. Okay, the next calendar, which was also on my list last year as well, is P. Louise. So I actually picked up the P. Louise calendars, I think it was just the Princess Castle one 2 years ago. So I didn't pick it up last year. Yeah, so I actually unboxed the P. Louise calendar in 2023. And I didn't pick it up last year and I've not done again this year. So when I picked it up in 2023, it was an experience. It was the big fairy tale castle. It was very cool. It needed batteries, it lit up, and the whole thing was a full experience. It's £250, which is obviously quite expensive for a calendar, but there were 25 full-size products. So I don't think that's bad. I know some people think, oh, £250 for a calendar is expensive, and it is. But you're paying £10 for these full-size products, so I don't think that's bad at all. Obviously, it's subject to whether you like the products inside, the shades, and the selection. The one that I unboxed, there were a lot of eyeshadows that were all very similar shades, and there's only so many like neutrally orangey tone shadows you actually need, and I like eyeshadows. I'm also not really interested in P. Louise skincare, so there was a few skincare products included, and yeah, I just passed those on. And to be honest, I passed on quite a lot of the P. Louise products. There are some products that I did like from P. Louise, but not many. So yeah, I didn't pick it up last year, and this year they actually had two this year. So they've got the 12-day advent calendar, which is like a big version of the Bad Bitch Energy lip product that they have, and also they had the Cruising Home for Christmas, which was the 3 vehicles. So the concept was pretty cool, but I just think because a lot of the products are made for the calendar, it just didn't really pull me in. I'm either going to pass a lot of them on, or if I did like something, I'm not going to be able to rebuy it because it's just specifically for the calendar. It also had some skincare as well, which I watched a review on it, and the person unboxing it said it smelled quite funky, so yeah, it didn't really pull me in. And again, for £250, I'd rather spend my money on a different calendar which I would like more. Also, I didn't mention, but if you stick around till the end of this video, there is going to be a little giveaway as well. I'm going to try and do giveaways more often because I still have a lot of products in my giveaway boxes that I need to share with you guys, but I just haven't had the time to put them together in bundles. So I've done a small one for today, and I'll be doing more and more in the coming months, so make sure you are subscribed if you don't want to miss those. And let's move on to the third advent calendar, which actually I think you were quite surprised at because a few of you kept asking when I'm unboxing this one, and it was Rituals. Now Rituals is one of my favourites every single year. I've picked up Rituals for the longest time, and I always love the whole experience with Rituals calendars. So they usually release 3 different ones. They always have the classic, which is like the cheapest one, which usually contains like mini versions of the products. Then they have the deluxe one, which is usually like the whole snowy scene, and then they have the premium one, which is just, last year was like a bigger version with like full-size products of the deluxe version. In previous years we've had like the big Christmas tree as well. It's always something really different and really interesting. Now this year when I saw the Rituals calendars were going on sale, I had a look and I just wasn't impressed with the whole design and everything about them. So the classic advent calendar is the wreath design, which looks like this. And I mean, the classic advent calendar isn't usually super wow in terms of its design. Like in previous years we've had like a house, so I think the wreath design is okay, but it's £103, whereas last year it was 91, the year before was 87, so it did have quite a jump, and it's quite a simple design. Now in previous years where I have picked up the classic, it's just to go with one of the other calendars because I do like to always pick up the snowy scene. That whole entire scene is just so beautiful to create because you're not just unboxing a calendar, you're setting up the scene first. It comes with the little fairy lights, and you make the whole little winter village, stand all the buildings up, and it's just really, really pretty. And it's such a nice calendar to have on display in December as well. So I know a lot of you always ask me as well, do I have a calendar for myself in December? A lot of the time, no, because I'm already advent calendared out by December. I've been opening them since August, and this year since July, which is insane. But I always have kept the Rituals one. So basically when I've unboxed them on YouTube, I rebox them and then I unbox them for reels and also for my website content. And then the Rituals one I do rebox, and I will open that every single day. It's not so much like a surprise because obviously I've unboxed it already, but I just really like to have that one out in the living room on display with the lights on at Christmas. I just think it's so pretty. Now this year's design for the deluxe advent calendar, I just didn't really like it. I just thought it's not very imaginative. It's not got the same experience. It did have batteries and lights, but I mean, looking at the picture here, the boxes just all slide out the side and there's a scene in the middle. It just doesn't look like an ornament I'd want on display in December. I just think it's very underwhelming. So I just didn't even bother looking at the contents and thought, I'm just not going to pick it up. And as for the premium one, like I said previously, the premium one has always been like an upgraded version of the deluxe one. It has sometimes looked like the snowy scene, sometimes we've had like the Christmas trees, but this year the premium one, the premium home gift set, is the same design as it was the Mother's Day box, what was it called? The Rituals Garden of Happiness, which I unboxed in 24. But yeah, it's the same design as that with like the floral boxes, which is a very pretty design, but there's only 5 products in. Like 5 luxury surprises. So where's the premium advent calendar? See, I wasn't very impressed with Rituals this year. Obviously I love their products. I love using the calendars to stock up on the full sizes, and I use them throughout the year. I'm using the full size deodorant at the moment. I've got the full size shower foam in my bathroom at the moment, but I just wasn't wowed. The next one is Liberty. Now this one I picked up a couple of years ago, and it's a nice calendar. It's around about the £250 mark every single year, and obviously the brands inside are super pricey. It's got such a high value as well, but personally when I compare this to other calendars at that same price point, I just don't feel like it's as wow, especially with the product selection, and last year it just wasn't wow at all for me. This year however, looking at the products, I'll pop the picture here, there were more in this year's calendar that stood out to me than last year, but still not enough for me to want to spend £275 on it. The design as well is the same as previous years. I think this is like obviously their iconic design because it is the Liberty shop, and I do love that, but sometimes I think it's exciting when they mix it up a little bit and they have the new designs. Like MAC, they come out with some incredible designs every year. But yeah, some of these were just repeats and just not very wow products. Like we've got the Philip Kingsley product in there, the BB fragrance, the Paula's Choice product, and there seem to be quite a lot of smaller products as well in there. Obviously pricey products, but small. So yeah, that one just didn't pull me in for £275 this year. Now the next one is another one which I know you're all surprised at, and that's Elemis. So if you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know that my all-time favourite skincare brand is Elemis. I love their products. Their marine cream is my holy grail. The cleansing balm, again, a holy grail product, and I just love most of their products. There are a few which I can't actually use because they do contain milk, which is annoying, but it's fine because there are alternatives. It tends to be like versions of like the bath and body products or like the hand cream. Although I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but I opened up the Frangipani hand cream the other day, squirted a bit out, and then looked on the back and saw milk protein and panicked. So I had to like scrape it off and scrub my hand to make sure it was all completely off. So yeah, there was a little bit of a panic, but yeah, it's only the odd product, so I'm not too bothered about that. Now the calendars each year, they always have a really cool design. So in previous years we've had like a post box. I really like that design. Well, last year's wasn't actually very exciting. It was just a square box, wasn't it? I liked the colour theme on last year's because it was almost like a bit northern lighty. And in a previous year we've also had like the bookcase. That was so cute. That was 2022, that one. It was like a little bookcase design. I love that. Now I do have a stash of Elemis products that I'm working my way through. Obviously I do try a lot of new products all the time, and I do have a lot of products to get through. Elemis is my go-to, but I can't use them all the time because I'm using other products. So when I looked at this year's design, I also didn't think this one was very exciting. Like, I love the dark blue and the snowflake kind of pattern on it, but the inside of it, yeah, it had a little like frilly thing on the top, but it was just boxes, just drawers. So nothing too wow. The product selection was fairly similar to previous years, and I do already have a lot of those products. So that's the only reason why. If it was like half price for Black Friday, I would definitely consider it, because there is a full-size marine cream in there. There always is. And yes, some nice products, but not enough to wow me in for the design or the product selection and the price. Now the next one is Fenwick. Now I've never actually picked up a Fenwick calendar, and this year I thought I'm gonna have a look at it because I've not tried this one before. It might be quite nice to try something different. But when the image was released, this picture here, I looked at the products and there weren't enough products that interested me to pull me in and buy it for £250. So looking at it, there are some premium brands in there. There are some Sicily products, but very small. We've got like Shiseido, we've got Philip Kingsley, we've got Rodial, but some of the products are just quite small. Like the fragrances are small, the Dermalogica product is small, and the Milk Foliant isn't super expensive. We've got 2 small shampoo and conditioner products, a mini mascara from Benefit. There were just a lot of small, not super wow products, so that's the only reason I didn't pick that one up. That one is actually still available right now and it's only £225. I say only. It's been reduced by £25, it's still £225. It does look like it's a fairly nice selection, but not enough variety or wow products to pull me in this year. So fingers crossed for next year, because I would like to pick this one up at some point, just because I haven't had the Fenwick calendar before. Okay, the next calendar is one I do want to buy, but I can't bring myself to spend £525 on it, and that is the Augustinus Bader 12-day calendar. This is actually on Black Friday on Cult Beauty at the moment, so it's 25% off, so it's £393.75, but still so expensive. I just can't bring myself to spend that on those products, especially when like the Augustinus Bader products are featured in other calendars. So like this year I think we got the retinol serum in a Cult Beauty calendar, I think it was. I've had masks, I think I've had another product recently as well, I can't actually remember, but they do feature in other boxes and calendars, so I feel like by purchasing the other calendars I'm not spending as much money, but I'm still getting those very premium skincare products that I then don't have to purchase in the calendar or purchase full price. So that's my reasoning behind that one, but I would absolutely love that one. There are quite a few minis in it though. It's just such an expensive skincare brand. The products are incredible though. I absolutely love them. If I could just use Augustinus Bader, if Elemis didn't exist, then yeah, that would be amazing. And then the final one, which I've decided not to pick up this year, is Harvey Nichols. So this calendar is one I purchased in previous years. There was one year when it wasn't really great, and then the year after that it seemed to improve. But this year I've looked at the contents, I'm looking this way because it's on my screen, and there are quite a lot of repeats, products that I've seen in other calendars, products that I've already got, lots of smaller products as well. And I mean, it's clearly not selling well because it's £250. I think they sent out discount codes to Harvey Nichols customers, so I received, I think it was a 25% or 20% code via email about a month ago. Then they did a special offer where it was like 15% off, then 20% off, and now it's currently 30% off at checkout. So they've still clearly got them in stock. But for me this year, just not as many wow products. Yeah, which is disappointing because I think last year it had improved and it was a pretty good calendar. So yeah, I mean, for 30% off it's not too bad, but in comparison to the other calendars, I think the competition between the calendars is just too high this year, because there aren't actually any calendars which specifically stand out as being the best incredible wow calendar other than Space NK. But I think all the other ones, especially from the feedback that you guys have given me, you feel like they're all missing something. So I feel like they're all kind of on par, and it's like, well, which products have you already got? Which ones have you received in boxes this year? Which ones do you want to stock up on? Or would you rather spend £250 on products that you will actually use? Yeah, I think it's just been a bit of a tricky year for calendars. Some other calendars I've still got my eye on include the Kylie Cosmetics calendar. So I picked this one up before, and in previous years it has been quite pricey for what it is. Like, it's not a massive saving. I really do like Kylie Cosmetics products. I have done ever since they were first launched. I was one of the OG customers who was there at the drop time of their brand new lip kits and lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes, buying them from America and then waiting for them to come to the UK, then going to the post office, paying my customs fee and picking up my box. That was me. I love their products. The calendars haven't been super well because in previous years we've had lots of minis and just products which don't have a great saving. Now this year, however, it's still a 12-day calendar, but 10 out of the 12 products are full size, and it includes a lip kit and it includes an eyeshadow palette. So that's kind of pulling me in a little bit. And they're still in stock at the moment. They're £175 with a value of £271. We've got a classic lip kit, the eyeshadow palette I do already have, but you know, I can re-gift that one. And some of the newer lip products as well. So yeah, I'm considering that one still. And I'm also still considering Vogue. I know it's quite pricey. I know the general consensus this year is that it's not as good as previous years, but I still think £355 for such a high value calendar with some key pieces in which I would be interested in is still a good price. So yeah, so watch this space. Might be coming soon. There have also been some other Korean beauty and skincare calendars rumoured, but they haven't been announced yet. So I think there's been a CosRx one, and also, oh, what other brand was it? Another brand, like a brand specific one, and it says coming soon. But I mean, it's already the 23rd of November, so unless it comes within the next couple of days, it's not going to arrive in time for the 1st of December unless they've got super speedy shipping. So yeah, it seems to be very late to be launching a calendar, but I don't know. We'll see if it launches, and then I'll look at the shipping times and look at the products and decide if I want this one as well. So that is my little roundup of calendars which I've not been interested in buying this year, and also a couple which I've still got my eye on. Now for the giveaway. So I've put together a box of goodies. Now these goodies are a collection of products which are excess products from my boxes, calendars, when I do my sort outs. They're all brand new. I never include swatched products. They're all brand new, not been opened products that I just don't need, have too many of, won't use. And so I'm sharing them with you guys to say thank you for all your support, for watching my videos, for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, for hyping as well. Now there's so many buttons now to press, isn't there? And it's been quite a while since I've done a giveaway. I used to do them quite a lot, but then I think I've just been too busy to just put them together. So today I thought, right, I'll just do a little one quickly. So I've got a box of goodies here, and then going forward I will do them more often because I need to share some of these products with you guys because I can't get through all of them myself. So I'll quickly run through the products in this box. This is what you can win, and then I'll tell you how to enter. So these are all the products in no particular order. We have the glove mask remover. So this is for removing any face masks, any clay masks or anything like that. I do already have one of these and it's pretty good. We've got some Land of Lashes false lashes, some retinol drops from Rodial. Another Rodial product, we've got the Vitsy brightening mask, the Emma Hardy Moringa cleansing balm, and that one is 30 grams. The Charlotte Tilbury glow toner in the 30ml. The full size Benefit Fan Fest mascara. The Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist 30ml. A mini of the Hourglass mascara. A little SPF product from Lancaster. The Eve Lom Foaming Cream Cleanser 50ml. The Glow For It Lash Serum in 3ml full size. The Sephora Clean Skin Gel Cleanser. The Pi Hydrating Mask. The Clinique Foaming Cleanser 30ml. The Elemis Superfood Glow Priming Moisturiser. The Hogobe Niacinamide Serum. A little mini of the MAC Skin Canvas Balm. The Rituals Mask. And I've just chucked in a little sample of the Youth to the People cleanser as well. So those are all the products in the giveaway. There are no fragrances or nail varnishes, so it can be an international giveaway. So to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favourite advent calendar has been so far this year. And let me know that you actually want to enter the giveaway as well. I'm only going to run this one until the 1st of December, so you've got around about a week to enter. And the winner will be announced on my posts tab. It won't be in the comments of this video, it will be on my post tab. So if you don't want to miss the winner announcement, make sure you are subscribed. And the winner will be announced on the 1st of December in the evening UK time, usually around 8 or 9 PM. And I'll just announce it there. I'll post my email address and I'll ask you to send me an email and then we can arrange postage. I won't be replying to any of the comments for the giveaway and I won't ask you to download any apps or message me on any other platforms. To enter, you just leave your comment down below and then just wait to see the winner announced on the post tab. So I know there's lots of bots and stuff around now that make the fake profiles and they ask you to reply to stuff. It's nothing like that. All it will be is a post on my post tab and they'll ask you to send me an email at my email address. If I don't hear from the winner in a few days after the announcement, then I will repick a winner until someone emails me. That's how it works. So if you don't win straight away, still keep an eye on the post tab, because if the winner doesn't get in touch, I will be redoing the draw. But that is everything for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up just before you go, and also make sure you subscribed if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon for another video.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.